If I could ever go back in time, I would go back to my childhood at Christmas time. December 1976, and here was far I basically grew up in Brodick Road, Fraserburgh, at 1 year old. And here's my grandparents, my sister, just a lot of family members. My granny every time I seen her, she would always have made like handmade candy, and it was amazing. My auntie Brenda was one of the kindest hearts I've ever met, and still is. I blame her for giving me the costumes. And my granda, he was more quiet, quite a kind of person. And there was also my mum's mum, which was my Granny McCarty. She would always buy me a magazine or comic for the shop. Then there's my mum. I can't thank her enough for how she's brought me up and everything she's done for me. My dad's side of family, they were really close-knit. They was always in contact with each other. The bond that my dad had with his family, it lasted right till his final day. At Christmas time, the Watt family was always kings on Christmas Day. Love that a family shares at Christmas time can never be replaced with gifts or presents, ever. Over 30 years ago at Christmas time, and my dad used to be a joker, dressing up sometimes, putting on masks. Still remember that mask scaring the life out of me and my pals when we was really little. December 1989 on Christmas Eve, and I had to sleep on the living room sofa because my cousins Michelle and Angela was getting to sleep in my bedroom because Santa was coming. And so I remember not getting a great sleep. However, the next morning was brilliant. And Santa would bring him trampoline, mountain bikes, among other things. And I've still got a great bond with him. I mean, Michelle and Angela, near the bikes.
Mrs. Santa. Mrs. Santa, come here. Come here, Mrs. Santa. The bell's still and just joking about this woman. Where's Mrs. Santa? Oh. Mrs. Santa.
For my dad, there was only one Mrs. Santa.
Somebody's almost alive. If they're a first cover face, or maybe it should be the Mrs. Santa. Oh, here we go. I want a quick chorus. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And again,
Tidings of joy for you and your king. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
yeah.
Only Angela kens what was actually in this box. Otherwise it's a mystery.
Oh, it's a Tinkerbell bag with bows and things. Oh, Sandy, you're just a jobber, so you're...
And back before technology was a thing, like your latest mobile phones, makeup and Tinkerbell, well, that was a thing. And even Candy, our dog, would get a present for Santa and her. And my Auntie Brenda got Dirty Dancing on VHS videotape. And me, well, I got my first Philips electric shaver, but also this, which was the greatest technology at the time, a Sony Walkman that you could play cassette tapes on for music. How times have changed, eh? And this was very unusual to see my sister Karen up in the morning, because she would bide in her bed till 3 or 4 in the afternoons, and still does. And my dad had got a present for me. But fit was it? Well, he did like music.
Oh, yes! Super, we won!
It was Daniel O'Donnell on VHS videotape. And later in the day, my cousin Angela is playing with her dolls. And in the Watt family, my mum's getting a family feast ready, which is fit for a king. Does anybody else have a prawn cocktail as a starter on Christmas Day, or was it just us? Usually back in the day at Christmas time, Christmas lunch would be between 2 and 3 o'clock for Abdi to be waiting. My Uncle George trying to set up it's either a Commodore or Amiga here, which was for Michelle, I think, my cousin. And finally, Abdi smells of food and it's time to pull some crackers. The magical day would never end there, because a day or two later, my dad would go up and visit his own brother Sandy in June. There was enough food to feed an army, if he was hungry, of course. I'm just getting hungry looking at this, never mind trying to taste it. My Auntie June, and also my Uncle Sandy. And for us this much food, there's obviously visitors, which are through here in the living room. And at the end of this party, I would either be sleeping over with my cousin, or I'd be fine asleep in the car on the way home. It was great memories. Great. And it goes without saying, I miss my Auntie June, miss my Uncle Sandy, and I also miss my Uncle George. And they all left us because of cancer. And finally, there would always be that unexpected knock at the door, and it would end up in a great old party or a sing-song, which you're about to find out. And it wasn't just playing songs for a CD, it was a proper sing-along.
Come on, mister.
And fit happened in Brodick Road when it snowed.
I think it's cool. Let's show you the size of it. Look.
And the funniest story about a snowman was that some young guy punched a snowman's head and my dad ran after him. And it would never, ever have been as magical without any of those family members. Merry Christmas.